Hi, everybody. My name's Amy,
Are you sure? My name's Andrea.
and this is the right crowd. So grab a cup of coffee
Or a cup of tea. There's one here somewhere.
or maybe something on the rocks. So let's get started. And yes, I almost said my name was Andrea. I was
This
like,
is
wait a minute. That's not my name. What's my name?
this is what trying to do the 3-day novel will do to you people.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. Oh gosh.
Oh, so how did it go for you?
So it is 3-day novels passed. We're one day out and I failed. I did not get well, I won't be so harsh. Although I did not complete my goal of 18,000 words or completed novella, I did get something like 7,200 words of a novella that's going to be a reader magnet. And I
Awesome.
have some lessons learned that we're going to talk about. What about you, Amy? How did you do?
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't in mid cup there.
Yeah.
Um, I also did not reach my goal. However, I got roughly 6,100 words done. And it is 6,100 more than I had 3 days ago.
Yes.
And 6,000 words in 3 days is a great target to hit for
NaNoWriMo.
NaNoWriMo. It's also right around, I mean, it's not exactly, but it's getting up there to Milwordy. So just getting back into the habit of writing again. I'm going to call the weekend a win.
I call the weekend a win too. I actually did enjoy my story. I worked out a few things. And for me, the lessons learned were I did prep beforehand, so I had an outline. But this story is a reader magnet and it has to match up with the other stories that already exist and are in production or are in edit in the series. And so there were certain notes I had to hit in addition to genre beats. And I had not, that took a little bit more work and finesse. And I found like when I just was trying to write, I'd have to go back and go, no, that didn't happen. I would have to rewrite the other book. That's not, so to try and fit it into its place, like in the series, I had to do a little bit more thoughtful writing and careful plotting. I also had not planned red herrings, or even though it's going to be a short story or shorter story, I had not planned enough suspects. So I had to just finesse the characters a little bit to make it be more and a more engaging, I hope engaging read. So I'm still going to call the weekend a win because I did a lot of writing over the past 3 days. It was great, and it would be a fabulous pace for NaNoWriMo. It's also just a fabulous pace for just writing. And if I ever have a day where I can just write, that was great. And even, oh, a couple of other things that hampered my productivity. I had family come in from Iowa and family I haven't seen in years. And the only time I see them is during a funeral. And I was not going to miss an opportunity to spend time with family. So I did have that happen, and that cut a lot of my time out on one of my writing days. And I also had tickets to a rodeo that I had paid quite a bit of money for before. Yeah, and it was like once a year kind of thing. So I had fun at the rodeo, and it took a little bit out of another day. So these are things you have to plan for, though, when you plan a writing schedule. And I thought I had planned, well, the family I did not know was going to happen. I thought I'd planned for the rodeo, and I probably could have made that up. But like I said, I'm still calling it a win. I had a great time writing, and it was great checking in with you every day. That was fun. And I knew I had to get more words on the page because I got to check in with my accountability buddy, Amy.
Yes. So for me, I have the same issue with the words because I am a pantser and I do better when I just write. And because I was having to make this fit what had already been written, and I had to take what I had written and like really expand it, I just, it was taking more brain power and more time. And what I have decided is that if I did another writing weekend, I need to go away
Oh,
because
yeah.
getting stuff done around the house and things like that were too convenient to take my time away.
Yeah.
So I need to plan myself a writing retreat weekend where I just go and I'm in a Airbnb, a VRBO, a cabin somewhere in the woods, um, which I mean that could be great surroundings for a book. I mean, considering I kill people when I write. Yeah, so it was. I'm glad we had our check-ins, and I thought about this last night as I was going to sleep. Well, I should say this morning as I was going to sleep. Had I not paid for the weekend,
Hmm.
I don't know that I would have taken the weekend.
Good point.
Paying for it made me take the time off.
Good point.
So even though I didn't hit my goal, even though I didn't write a book, I literally got 2 chapters and a prologue written. Actually, I can't even say 2 full chapters because I don't think the second chapter is done. I'm still glad I paid because it is what made me be accountable to myself.
What made me be accountable was the check-ins with you. I knew we were going to check in, so that made me sit down and try to get my words in. And also, we put this on YouTube. Whose idea was this, Amy?
It was
Not a
Lily's
good
idea. It was Lily's idea.
Oh, yeah, we need to have more talks, do more positive, negative, pro con conversations before we say we're going to put all this stuff out there. But so that made me do more work. But at the end of it, I think one night I wrote until, yeah, it was 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. when I went to bed, and that was the day I got a lot of words in. And I've done that before for NaNoWriMo. And it's kind of, it's great to be in a community or know everybody around the world is doing the same thing. Everybody's trying to write. That's one of the
Yeah.
things I love about these kind of international or national or regional writing competitions or write-ins or whatever they're called. They're awesome for motivation. But what made me sit down and write were checking in and this stupid YouTube idea to put this on the YouTube. If I had just paid for it, I probably would have went, and if I wasn't checking in with anyone, if nobody knew what I was doing, I was just like, oh well, I blew that money, which I don't like to do. So I would never have done it again. But I still, like I said, I'm still calling it a win. I'm really liking the way the story's shaping up, and I can't wait to finish it. And I think it'll be a really good reader magnet. The other thing about reader magnets, if you guys know from our other episodes when we did the newsletter ninja, is that when you write a reader magnet, it has to be really tasty. It has to draw readers in, not just to that story, but to make them want to read more of those characters and get into that world. And so it has to be the same tone and feel as your books, because you're trying to make people go, oh, I want to read way more of that. I want to read more of this. And they'll go get the books. That's the idea. And they'll join your newsletter. That's also the idea. So that was one of the things that hung me up a little bit, is I had to go back and read Blue Christmas and make sure the tone was as light and there was some feels, because I was writing it like a different kind of like short noir mystery, but it needs to match up to the series so that people are not feeling like a bait and switch. Like they read one story and they want to read the other one. It's totally different. It has to be.
They would, so they didn't feel lied to.
Yeah. Yep. But it was good. It was good. I can't wait to finish it. And we will let you know when we finish these magnets or these stories, for sure. Oh, and one thing I'm going to do different for NaNoWriMo, because this, like we said, was a good pace, and I think the check-ins are great. I am going to, next time I do NaNoWriMo, I'm going to do, if I'm going to do a new story, I'm going to do a completely new story that has not been in my head or planned or needs to fit somewhere. It can be the next story or a completely different story, but I'm gonna that way I can truly pants. I can just write. And I've done that before for NaNoWriMos and been able to win NaNoWriMo, gotten my 50,000 words, and that's the goal of National Novel Writing Month is to get 50,000 words of a novel done or whatever you're writing on in a month. So I would do that differently. I have done a NaNoWriMo where I took that time and was spending the whole month editing. And you can do that. When you do National Novel Writing Month, you can do whatever you want. You can make your own goals now. But it's just more fun when you're just having this brand new story come alive on the page for me.
Yeah. Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah.
Because that's how I write. And it's very frustrating when I have to fit it into a box.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anything else about the 3-day novel and this lost weekend? Not lost.
Wasn't lost. It wasn't lost. No, I think it was good, and I'm glad that we did it.
But we did it too. We're gonna have to come up with other things that we can do, like writing days or write-ins kind of things that we can do throughout the year because it was fun. And I did get way more words done this weekend than I've gotten done any other weekends, even with the other things I had going on. So.
Yep.
And we hope that if you did National Novel, not this was a national novel, if you did the 3-day novel, that you guys did well. Please leave a comment below and let us know how you did, or if you've ever done the 3-day novel or anything like that. Or if you would ever do such a crazy, wacky thing, put that in the comments and do like and subscribe, and you'll see more writing craft book reviews are popping up this fall. So that's it for me.
All righty, that's it for me too. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.